we're going to shut down the city and block some highways and, 10 hours, whatever. And I didn't hear it, but two different crew members, because I was out of the room, they had it on the local news radio, and they said they heard Arde Saveda, the police chief, who's been in this room doing interviews, going, listen, he's a great officer, he's dead, you don't like it, I don't care. I got the martial law power. He didn't say that part, but I'll shut these cities down. Okay, well then why didn't you just, okay, so you took it almost 100 miles out of the way just to grandstand. If that's okay, why not just do loops for 6 days around Austin, but always during prime traffic time? Just like, all right, it's 4 o'clock, traffic's begun. Let's start on I-35. Let's go down 71. Let's go up Mopac, 183. But that's not enough respect. Let's have 7 different motorcades for 7 days, block every road. Thank you so much for that. Aaron? You're doing a superlative job, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you for this. Come on over here in the shot, Aaron. Do you think I'm wrong that, I mean, there's the map. San Angelo is northwest of Austin. They went south and went way over another highway. Some map estimates are 100 plus miles, but let's just say 75 miles. 75 miles out of the way to go way south and then loop around to block traffic during drive time. Do you think I'm wrong not to worship that? Come on over here. No, I mean, that's anti-police. I
guess so, yeah.
I mean, I guess they'd say we're happy he was shot. Actually, I'm very upset. I know there'd be a lot of grandstanding and sad for his family. Yeah. I mean, what is everything's a psyop with these people. Because they're all like little junior commissars now, so they want to, I mean, Austin hasn't had a lot of police killed, thank God. So they seized on this like starving vampires for some blood, exploiting his death.
No, it's a shame. I don't know. I don't know that much about it.
I killed that. Can I have another? Mm-hmm. There you go. Thank you, sir. I am so thirsty today. What's our ETA before we actually go live here? Oh, because now you've got to render all those out. John Bound, come on in here. Because I've gone completely insane. I live in a place where they like send police almost 100 miles out of the way to block highways. It's like, we're blocking some highways, okay? Come on in here. Come on in over here.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
He goes into his comedian mode.
Okay, yeah.
What do you make of this?
It's complete lunacy. There I am. I don't even think I'll be able to make it home tonight.
Why not, come on over here, just talking to the mic. Why not just permanently shut down all highways forever out of respect? Because if you're not for, how about everybody just kill themselves because the officer died?
Well,
because you're not respectful if you don't.
Isn't this just Agenda 21 in action?
It is. Well, I've noticed they say shut down the roads. They've now taken the parking spaces citywide and aim them the wrong direction. We have to back in because they've taken part of the roads for the bikes, and there are no bike riders.
How much do you think it cost for all those cars and all those motors?
You did the math. Round trip, the long way, they took 150 on average for an 8-cylinder car.
Conservatively, yeah.
But listen, they said they came by the thousands.
Yeah.
I said hundreds of police cars. It was thousands. This damn motorcade was about 7 miles long, I heard at one point.
That began when I came to work this morning.
Oh, the holiness did?
Yes. 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 It came out of the sun and began. Yeah, I don't, I'm sorry the guy died. I'm sorry that happened, but how many of these people aren't going to make it home tonight?
How many kids aren't getting picked up? How many ambulances? I saw ambulances that were saying couldn't get places.
How many of these people that have already spent?
How many people getting burglared? But listen, citizens don't matter. There might have been wives of police officers calling to get aid. Now that person counts.
Yeah.
What about? No, I'm going to trump it all. I'll bet if you look at the city records, there were backup calls. I bet gods called for backup. Citizens don't matter. Blocking us from driving is a sacrament.
Right.
Sticking their hands on our pants is a holy act.
Absolutely.
In the religion of worshiping the state.
Absolutely.
But how much do you want to bet that police, God King creators, our Lord and Masters, creators of the earth, they pooped out our planet. How much do you, how much do you want to bet that they needed backup for bank robberies and things? In fact, I've always read they do bank robberies during parades and things. I bet if you look at crime statistics, I know there was wrecks. My wife was freaking out. Wrecks, cars overheating, bedlam, whole city shut down, just 7-mile motorcade stringing around, blocking everything.
And this has been going on all day. You know,
That's right, I forgot. They took the body to the church in the morning. It was all shut down. Yeah. See, it was worse than I said earlier.
You turn on the afternoon news, and the cops are moronically going up the highway, the entire police force. Hey, today's a good day to go rob a house, don't you think? Or a bank. I wonder how many banks got robbed today.
Well, I'm sure if they did, they deserve it. Because an officer got killed. I think I have to call for everyone just to stop. I guess for respect, everybody commits suicide. I mean, I'm not saying do that, but
I say
wait, I'm not respectful.
Well,
maybe the whole planet. Do they have antimatter bombs? The Pentagon does. How about we just blow the planet up? Like, respect. You don't respect it? Blow the planet up.
After work tonight, let's do our own cavalcade to San Angelo. No, that won't work. There's only like 5 of us.
Well, what if we just blocked the roads and just said, probably we could just bow down to us or something?
Just block I-35? Yeah. In respect to the Queen.
They've had federal checkpoints before, federally funded, where they did just shut down I-35. Whatever you do, Bound, don't give them ideas. It's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny. I apologize for
No, it's all right. We'll have you intro the news here in a moment. Oh, my God. It's like, Alex, come on. Look, if there's a city northwest where they're burying them, you drive south, 90 miles or 80 miles or 75, depending on the road you take. I mean, come on. You do it during peak time. And I did forget. You see, coming up in the news piece, I say it started at 1. I'm sorry. He's right. I read that in the news. They've shut the highways down since 7 a.m. Let me ask the crew. Aaron, come on in here real quick. Perhaps we should put a press release out calling for shutting down all highways for what? 1 month? That's not respectful enough. How about 6 months, Aaron?
Let's do a whole year.
A whole year. But let's do it in sun orbit years around the galaxy, 50,000. 50,000 years.
Maybe a light year.
A light year. Let's ban all cars driving out of respect, and light should go backwards because of this. That would be respectful. God should flap down to earth. I'm sorry. Man, I tell you, the New World Order are total grandstanding drama queens. Have you noticed? Every event, they turn into some pageant. We're going to taser you and take your property and grope your children because the officer died. But as kids everywhere die of cancer, and they have Barbie cancer now, as the kids are dying of cancer. It's like, oh, don't worry, while cancer's up 10,000%, go ahead and die. There won't be a motorcade for you. Die. The New World Order loves you. Aaron, have we entered insanity or what? Actually, I want to apologize right now. I think we should shut down all highways for 10,000 years and all walk around beating ourselves with whips in what do they call that? Penance for our crimes. Yeah, exactly. Parade floats where you take your babies up and they just inject them with vaccines. They have convulsions and die. Oh, they already do that as a sacrament. I'm sorry. Where they burn up chicken farmers in their house in Georgia, which they now do. Or they arrest Girl Scouts selling cookies, which they now do. That would repay it. Because I'm sure that's what the dead person wants. No, I'm sure that's not what they want in their memory. All right, what's the ETA here? There it is. Taxpayer money they're burning. They're going to write a lot of tickets tomorrow. Look, imagine getting back at the citizens, shutting down the entire... And then you've got all these sycophant Tories up here. America, oh yeah. All those flags made in John of us slaves. What's my ETA? 5 minutes, that means about 45. When you live this and you just see this giant stunt event, my wife's a real sweetheart, but the feds blew up the World Trade Centers on September 11th, along with the globalists and their banker masters. And I'd seen them blow up Building 7. I heard it on the news, and I was freaking out. This is what Rand Corporation written about. And she was my girlfriend at the time. We were about to get married. And she goes, I know it's a government thing you say, but she went and got candles and put them out front like everybody else in the neighborhood. And I said, those candles and all these flags being hung up, that they just so happened to have record orders come in right before it happened, was all pre-scripted. They had U.S. troops massed around Afghanistan. It was all scripted. I said, it's going to be used to launch giant wars, probably in Iraq and other areas. And I said, just watch. It's going to be used to take our liberty. And about a year later, she apologized. She said, oh, my God, you were so right. And I mean, that's it. Americans are good, well-meaning people, but we're extremely gullible. And some poor cop gets hit by a Xanax head on some psychotropic out of his mind connected to this type of crazy behavior. The guy shouldn't even go to jail. The company should be shut down. The guy that shot the 18 Iraqis, or he shot more than that, he killed 18. It turned out he was under psychiatric care and begged not to go back and was on drugs. They won't release what drugs. 110,000 combat troops are currently serving on these drugs that puts you into a dream state. People are like, how dare you be for him killing those Afghan kids? He was on frickin' hallucinogens. If somebody ever spiked my water or my coffee with it and I went out and did something bad, you don't blame me. They tell them, take these drugs, they're safe. They're not. So I'm not defending a guy that killed a cop. They said he was like stumbling around. First they said alcohol. It turns out it was the drugs. This stuff whacks you out of your brain. It's dangerous. I mean, I've seen court cases. I knew about them, but I looked them up last night just remembering this. There's a bunch of cases where people don't even get in trouble when they're on PCP or LSD and do something terrible. They get in trouble for the illegal drug, but they're temporarily insane. I'm not defending the guy that killed those Afghans. I'm not defending the guy that killed the cop. But, I mean, my point is, do something about the drug that's causing all of this. Don't do something like shutting down the highway to show you're the boss and in control of everything. I mean, this just shows the crazy grandstanding mentality. It's like they're always looking for a cure to breast cancer. They're not asking, why is it up by several thousand percentage points? Never. It's like saying, we want to figure out how to get people's stolen goods out of their houses to spontaneously generate. You know, the ancients thought that bugs and fish and life just spontaneously generated. If you watch the creek behind my house, only full of water for 2 months, it's already got bass this long. I'm saying, I get the ancients thinking that, but they got washed in during the flood. The point is that people, I don't know where I was going with the spontaneous generation. Where was I going, Aaron? I'm completely, I'm actually more freaked out now that I've been in a while that the police would go consciously, let's shut down the city. And they were days before saying they were going to do it. This just goes to the complete psychology of the system.